Welcome to Richland Community Library's Beginning Watercolor with Miss Carrie. This month we're going to make hearts. So here's everything that you're going to need. You can use the masking tape again like we did last month if you'd like. We'll need some wax crayons, either just our plain wax crayon or a white color crayon. You'll finally get to use a white crayon. And I'm going to use my Sharpie pen. That has a really fine tip point. You're going to need a pencil at some point, and of course your watercolors, brushes, and water. So we're going to start by making 2 cards. So I just cut my paper and then fold it in half to make 2 cards out of, and then we're going to make a poster at the end. So I'm going to start by taping my card down. And think of somebody that you might want to give this card to. A friend, a teacher, your mom or dad, a neighbor. Okay, let's get started. For this first one, we're just going to be making hearts with our paintbrushes, and then we might embellish them a little bit at the end with the Sharpie pen. So go ahead and grab whatever fun, pretty colors that you want to use. And we're just going to be making hearts in every way that you can think of. So you can make them big or small. But I start out with the edges first, and then maybe add the color in to the heart. And it doesn't have to be completely filled in. You can just leave it open if you want. Maybe you want to make just an open heart, and you can just let your brush do the work. You can try different sizes of brushes as well. Maybe you want to make a smaller heart, and you can just make hearts all over the place. Maybe you want to make a ribbon heart. Just start out like this, and then you go up and all the way down. Let's do that again. We're going to choose a different color, and we'll make another ribbon heart. We'll make this one over here. So you go back and forth really small, and then go up to get the other part of the heart, and then all the way down. Let's see what our big brush can do. And just put all different colors. All right, so now with the hearts that are dry, we're going to go ahead and take our Sharpie pen and we're going to embellish some of these hearts. So I'm going to follow the color of the heart all the way around. It's going to make this heart pop right out. And I think with this one, make sure things are dry here, I'm going to make some lines that go up, just like so. And you don't have to embellish all of them, just a couple of them will make it stand right out. I'm going to go back across this way. So that's our first card. Let's take off the tape and take a look and see what it looks like. Alright, so there's our first lovely card that I can now give away to somebody. The next one, we're going to be using the wax crayon and probably a bit more water. So go ahead and make sure your water's clean and tape down your next card. All right, for our next one, I think I'm gonna make some ones out of water first. So I'm gonna go ahead and just draw my heart with water. You probably won't be able to see too much of what you're doing when you're adding water to your paper, but just kind of make yourself believe that you're seeing a heart while you are putting some water on there. Now I'm going to add my color. And what I like about this is that you can mix your colors to make a really pretty heart. And remember, just kind of feel out where you put that water. There we go. And then if you need to make it a little bit more like a heart shape, you can. That's easy enough to do. So there's one made out of water. Once your water is a little tinted, it might get a little bit easier to see where you're putting your water at. So let's do that one more time. And we are going to go with some greens and blues. Ooh, I like it. I like how that one turned out. All right, for this next one, we are going to use our wax crayon first. And I want you kind of to draw your heart on with your wax crayon or your white crayon. And just make sure you push really hard onto your paper. And we are going to go over it with your color of choice. So I think I'm going to stick with the colors I've been using. And I am going to get my paint pretty wet so that it can flow over my white or clear wax. You can also do this in a way, if you have a candle at home and with help of mom and dad, you could light your candle and drip the wax onto your paper and make a really cool pattern with that as well. And the dripped wax you just peel off when you're finished. With the crayon you just kind of leave it on. So let's see what else we can do with our crayon. Maybe I want to fill in the rest of our paper. So maybe I just want to decorate it with my crayon. There we go. Let's see how it turns out. You can use a different color. And there we have it. Let's see what that looks like when we take off of our tape. Alright, and there we have our second homemade card with hearts. Perfect. I'm going to let that dry. Now it's time for our poster. Alright, now it's time for our poster. So again, I taped my poster down, and this first part I'm going to use a pencil to help me mark out where I would like some things, and then the last part I'm going to do is use the wax crayon, and then we will paint our picture. Okay, so my idea of a poster for this month is called Love Is. So we're going to make some bubble letters with our pencil. So love is. And what is love? Love is so many things. Now the hardest bubble letter to make is the S. So I'll show you what I do. I make it big on top, small on the bottom, so that I can make it big on the bottom and then small up top. So that is how I make my S. So love is dot, dot, dot. Now with my wax crayon, I'm going to write down below. I know it's hard to see when you're writing with clear or white, but I want you to write what you feel love is. So love is laughter. That's what I think. So you're going to have to write the word. And any other words you feel. Love is kind. Love is joy. Love is smiles. All right, let's paint and see what we come up with. Now the first thing I'm going to do is paint in my letters, and then I'm going to make hearts to uncover all of my words. So I think I am going to use red for my letters. And again, you can put as many words as you want on there. And we're going to overlap our hearts and bring out all of those words that we wrote on there. Alright, I'm going to use my larger brush to help start making our hearts. And you want to try and make sure you let each heart dry before you go over it with anything. Now I'm going to use my smaller brush and add just a couple more hearts up at the top where we don't have any words. All right. Now, if you want to make your love is pop out just a little more, you're going to want to use a darker color next to it. I'm going to use the dark red that I have. And we're just going to go right along the edge of the letter, just like so. And we're going to do that for each of the letters. So I'm going to go along the same sides. There we go. Same with the one down below here. There we go. Beautiful. I would love to see your cards and posters, so go ahead and email me at the email address right here, and I would love to show them off. Thank you again for joining me this month. Next month, we will be doing planets. The sun and the moon. So we're going to make some suns, moons, and planets next month. So I'll see you again then.